Greetings everyone, welcome aboard. Happy Thursday to you guys. March 31st, 2011, your Thirsty Thursday. Here's your live trading recap. Well, we finally made it. Hold on. I'm okay. I'm still here. I made it. March 31st, end of month, end of the first quarter. We got April right around the corner. I can't believe it. I'm still here. I'm still breathing. We didn't believe it 2 weeks ago, did we? We never thought we'd see the end of this month of March as it struggled to get through quadruple witching, as it struggled to get through the end of the first quarter here. Well, guys, just like we thought, we're getting a little bit of a heads up of things to expect for April. Yesterday hit our goal. Yesterday took some more fast track winners. This morning we did even better. Bigger day this morning. Hit our goal in the fast track today. 3 in a row, 3 winners in the fast track this morning, guys. Now we began our month in March on a great note. Slows down in the middle. We know why. And then here towards the end of the month here, last couple days have really started to show some great, just good things to come in the month of April. All right, we've been waiting for this day here, and finally it's here. Great day today. Finally got to the month of March. What happened today? Well, Thursday morning we got jobless claims. What happened? 8:30 jobless claims came out. Very quiet still. Very quiet, right? Came out pretty much flat. Pretty much as expected for 8:30 jobless claims this morning. So usually when the news comes out flat like that, the market's already priced it in, so it's not going to be reacting too badly. But we then soon saw what? Crude oil, right? Dollar began to drop. Crude takes off, right? Crude takes off. And when crude took off, what do we see? Momentum was overbought. Now what happens when I see a price start to run away, right? What happens? I've got to wait for a pullback in this case. Now guys, remember, whether you're a Warren Buffett or whether you're just getting started, whether you have a day of experience or you have a decade of experience, it does not matter. A runaway market, I'm not going to buy the highs. I'm not going to chase after it. So what I want to do is I want to wait for a pullback, right? If the price keeps rising or the price keeps dropping, I'm not going to chase after it. I'll wait for that pullback and I'll buy a pullback. 9 o'clock, what do we see? Price jumps very fast, lots of buyers. Momentum, though, is overbought. So what am I going to do? I'm worried, momentum overbought. I'm worried about being a buyer, but eventually I have to trade what I see, not what I know. Buyers are there. Best way to do it is wait for a pullback and buy a pullback. All right, I'm not going to chase after it. So we began our day by buying pullbacks as the price went up. Well, then we found ourselves at the top of a wedge. Remember that wedge pattern we talked about this morning at 7:45? Well, that wedge was still there at 11 o'clock. We were up to the highs of the wedge. I then sold the highs of the wedge, took a fast track winner selling the highs of the wedge. That was our first one of the day. Now, I got kind of bounced out of it. It was actually a great example. When we sold the highs at 9:10, I got a scratch out of it. My fast trackers made more money on it than I did. So it was a great example of how sometimes keeping it simple is a much more effective way of doing it. I'll show you guys that in a moment, but my second trade of the day was a scratch for me, was a winner for our fast track, selling those highs. Then we came down into a rising 21 range wave. We took a 21 range wave pattern on crude, bought it right back up. It was the perfect wave pattern. Now we haven't seen a perfect wave pattern in weeks, and this is one of those, it was a breath of fresh air. 9:35 comes around, U.S. markets open. We've now pulled off those highs. We bought the pullback, brought it right back up to the highs again. Okay, fast track winner number 2. At this point, 9:30, we got 2 fast track winners. I was about 75 ticks on the day, and we then went sideways. If you remember what happened, we got stuck below that wedge high, right? We came and sold the highs of the wedge, wave pattern long, and then we kind of rattled around that wedge high for a couple hours. And what do we see? We saw a swing low, and then below 106. Remember that number, 106 even? We said, all right, guys, if this price does drop below 106, we've got a nice looking short, bringing it right back down. That's exactly what we did. And that was probably the biggest trade we've had in months. 65 tick runner on this trade. Huge winner at 11 o'clock, and that was the 3rd fast track win of the day. You know, this is a day where we really, for the most part, with the exception of the surprise of crude jumping at the open there, right? Crude kind of jumped up here before 9 o'clock. With the exception of that, We had our highs of the wedge pinned. We had our swing low pinned. We knew exactly where these trades were coming, and that's why I was able to give our members and our guests this morning exact entries, stops, and targets. So no matter whether you're a guest in the room or a member in the room, whether you've been trading for a year or for a day, all you had to do was get into the trade exactly where I told you to, guys. Doesn't matter how much experience you have, you made money along with us. All right? Hit our goal today on the fast track. That means 3 trades, 10 ticks each, 30 ticks per contract. Our fast track traders, members, and guests this morning made $300 USD per contract they're trading. That's a guest, right? Doesn't get much better than that, guys. I'm going to reinforce my materials with my members, and I'm going to prove this works to my guests with those fast track entries. Very excited now for April. Okay, we saw that window of opportunity yesterday, if you guys recall. We thought yesterday was a great heads up of things to come. Today, even more, right? Even more. I'll tell you, end of the day today, guys, we were very pumped up about tomorrow being April 1st. I hope you're excited too, because we're going to see our income here double in the next 6 months as we get into that meat and potatoes of the year of 2011. All right, guys, great job today here in the room. Let's keep it going, though. How about you today? Great job, right? 2, 4, 6 total trades on the advanced. We got 1, 2, 3 trades in the fast track. As you can see, 3 trades in the fast track, all on crude, all winners. 30 ticks total. That's per contract. $300 total. That's your goal for the fast track. I made my goal too. My goal for the fast track, for the advanced method, is 30 ticks per contract. That's 120 ticks is my goal each day. Hit my goal today, 167. And again, you can see that big short there, 11 o'clock on crude for $600 there on the crude short. And again, you can see here, I gave you guys that as a fast track. We saw it coming miles away. All we had to do was simply wait for it, and our patience paid well today. So 167 ticks, 1670 for the advanced method today. We took that last fast track trade all the way down to 60s, I believe it was, right? Just above the 106.12, right? We went 106.12 down to 105.60, right? That's a huge, huge move there, end of the morning. And again, I'll show you guys that here in a second. So 1670 is our total for the day on the advanced, $300 for the fast track. As you can see, $2,000 yesterday, $200 in the fast track yesterday. Look what's happening, right? We're getting back into the rhythm again, getting back into that better price action, more movement. We're not quite out of the woods yet, but we're definitely seeing some great things to come in April, right? $6,400 for the week, $500 for the week for the fast track, $32,000 for the month. We will close out a very challenging, but as you can see, profitable month here of March. We just barely missed that month of February's goal, 33,000. I really wanted to get February's number beat, but as you can see, missed it by about $115 there. So 97,000 for the year so far, ladies and gents. That's on 4 contracts. And of course, we'll keep you guys posted throughout the rest of, the month's over now, so tomorrow we'll be here April 1st. All right, let's get it started on crude. Now, we're looking at crude today. We took 2 trades on gold, 10 o'clock and 10:30 on gold. We made about 20 ticks on gold today. Running a little bit late on the day today right now, so we'll focus on crude for the morning. But we did have 2 trades on gold. Neither one of them were fast track trades, and they were both winners. They were little scratches on gold today. But here's my crude. Now, in the crude, what we see here? Well, first of all, we noticed right away sideways range, right? This was a sideways range that we found on an 89 range chart. All right, now what we do is at 7:45, I use a much slower time frame that gets rid of all of these lines, right? It kind of clears up the chart a little bit. And on that 89 range chart, we noticed we had major swing highs here, swing lows right here, and so we said, all right, this is going to be our sideways range, right? That we'll trade inside today.